This is where most Smartsheet confusion starts. Sheets, reports, dashboards. People often use these terms interchangeably, and Smartsheet does not stop you from doing that. But when teams don't understand the distinct role each one plays, systems become fragile. Reporting feels unreliable, dashboards lose credibility, and people start working around the tool instead of with it. So, in this video, I'll explain the differences clearly, not at the feature level, but at the responsibility level. Here's the simplest way to think about it. Sheets create and own data, reports organize existing data, and dashboards display that data. They are connected, but they're not interchangeable. If you try to make a report behave like a sheet or a dashboard behave like a report, you will constantly feel like Smartsheet is fighting you, but it's not. It's enforcing boundaries. Sheets are the foundation of everything. This is where work is defined, updated, and managed. Roles are created here. Status changes happen here. Ownership lives here. Because sheets are the source of truth, they need to be stable. One of the biggest mistakes I see is treating sheets as temporary or flexible containers, adding columns as problems arise, duplicating sheets instead of designing structure, and letting every user modify the core logic. When sheets are unstable, everything built on top of them becomes unreliable. Sheets are not meant to be personalized views for every user, executive summaries, or reporting tools. They are operational records. Reports do not create anything. They simply ask questions of existing data. Show me rows that meet these conditions. Group them this way. Sort them like this. That is it. When reports feel confusing, the problem is almost always upstream. Either the data is inconsistent or the sheet design is unclear. Reports are powerful because they let many people look at the same data differently without changing the data itself. But reports are not meant to store logic, fix unclear data, or replace good sheet design. They reflect reality. They do not correct it. Dashboards are the most misunderstood part of Smartsheet. Dashboards do not manage work. They do not clean data, and they do not enforce logic. Dashboards present information to a specific audience, and that audience matters. An executive dashboard and a project team dashboard should not look the same because they answer different questions. When dashboards try to serve everyone, they usually serve no one. If a dashboard loses trust, it's rarely because the dashboard itself is broken. It's because the data feeding it is unclear or constantly changing. Dashboards are mirrors, not engines. This part matters more than people expect. Data flows in one direction. Sheets create data, reports organize the data from those sheets, and then dashboards display data from reports or sheets. You cannot fix a broken dashboard by tweaking visuals if the sheet design is flawed. You cannot fix confusing reports without addressing how data is entered and structured. And Smartsheet is very consistent about this. It does not hide design problems, it surfaces them. If you remember one thing from this video, let it be this. Sheets are for doing work, reports are for understanding work, and dashboards are for communicating work. When each tool is allowed to do its job, Smartsheet becomes calm and predictable. In the next videos, we'll go deeper into how rows and columns actually define the structure and why design decisions matter so much more before automation or reporting ever enters the picture. Clarity here saves you a lot of rework later.